It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see Brock Purdy. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the 49ers and the Ravens under the lights on Monday night.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight it's a compelling late-season clash here in Week 16 as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Now this, not your typical Monday night. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Merry Christmas to you and yours, everyone at home. But Charles, this, the third of three here on this Christmas day. We saw the 49ers, remember, on Thanksgiving night as well. Now they're back, looking to turn the tables on the team that got the better of them in Super Bowl 47.
And that was a decade ago. And that was brother versus brother. That was the storyline. One still remains, but the storyline that exists today, two really good teams getting ready to go at it.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. With the Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Purdy. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
That's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
On second down, Jackson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 19 carries, 96 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey, and it's third down and 2. You look at this Baltimore defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Purdy. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Yikes. Terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 36.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Ravens first down.
Jackson on first down. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, you got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4. At the 49ers, 37 yards.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. So from the 37, here's a second down and 4. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he will have a Ravens first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Ravens.
Now it's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Again, Jackson flushed out right. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Purdy from the gun. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw, Purdy. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Fielded at the 33. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing is Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
In so many ways, throwing a hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Purdy's throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Now, hang on. We got an injured player down there. Oh, boy, that's Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, who's hurting. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They go play action now. Jackson. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. The Ravens had 8 and 6 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. Tucker's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over. Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
At the Ravens' 36-yard line.
Here's Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Purdy to throw it on first down. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And they have a first down and well in the field goal range also at the 16 now. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Purdy sets up to throw again. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Purdy now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jennings. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break as we send you cross-country to Orlando. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Now Jackson. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Jackson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. This for Beckham, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge in opening drive touch over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. McCaffrey running up the middle and fights through one man, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On 1st down, Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
In order to play a really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now Purdy.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Niners are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's a second and 2 now from the 33. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman
From 6 yards away.
and the Ravens will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Tucker now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by Roquan Smith. The Niners on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage.
This for Beckham, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens.
A great play there, with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Ravens are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Back to throw, Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A second down throw for Purdy.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Another run here with Dobbins. Down the right sideline, inside the 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. That's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. Give him 18 on the play.
At the 40-yard line.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Purdy from the gun.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Purdy now to throw.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
19 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Ravens,